Now 4.7 list of C operators. Actually in 4.7 concept I have given the complete list of operators in this format. Now already I briefed about this table. You can totally find 15 ranks. Almost there are 45 operators. All the operators are classified into 15 groups depending on their precedence, and for every group of operators associativity is given like this and all that. Just as far as associativity is concerned, for most operators except for few, the associativity is left to right, means in order of occurrence. For fewer operators like unary plus, unary minus, unary logical not, that is right to left. For assignment operator, not only assignment, there are another 10 operators are there. For them, right to left. Remaining all operators associated with left to right. Left to right means in order of occurrence. That point you remember. So you go through the table. Going through means you should not by heart. Now, in order to enlighten you regarding the logic behind it, regarding this grouping of operators depending on the precedence, I am giving the underlying logics. I am taking few operators and explaining you underlying logics. Already you know in real life you are implementing without knowing all the technical concepts and all that, you are implementing in real life. That I want to show you. By that, you can apply the same logic or common sense for different operators. By that, you understand how they are ranked in such a way. First one, I am taking unary plus and unary minus. As far as unary plus is concerned, that is by default. Suppose if you write 9, what 9 it is? Plus 9. Plus 9 is by default. This is unary operator. Why it is unary operator? It is active upon one operand and it is defining its status. But as far as minus is concerned, you must explicitly write minus. Okay. So if you are performing any binary operation also, suppose in an expression, both binary operators are there, unary plus and minus are there. Otherwise, unary plus and minus and binary plus and minus are there. Now, which one you are evaluating first? You understand. Suppose one person having properties in 3 cities, A city, B city and C city. Okay. Now you see, he is having 10 lakhs of property here, 20 lakhs of property here, 30 lakhs of property here. In A city, he is having 10 lakhs property, and B city is having 10 lakhs property, and C city is having 30 lakhs property. First, now what is his net property? Value of net property, I asked you. Then what to do? First thing is, first what we ascertain, is it property or liability? First we ascertain that whether it is property or liability. Property means plus, liability means minus. So first you are considering that. Thereafter what you are doing? Now you are applying binary plus. Ultimately what you realize, his net worth is 60 lakhs. Okay. First what you consider? You considered unary plus. Thereafter binary plus. Suppose now you have decided, evaluated his net worth is 60 lakhs. Now you see other example I show you. Now in city A is having 10 lakhs worth of property, city B is having 20 lakhs worth of property, in city C is having 30 lakhs of minus property. Minus property means he is having liability. Then what is in net worth? Now first we are deciding, this is plus, this is plus, this is minus. Then what is his net worth? 0. 30 lakhs worth of properties are there, 30 lakhs liability is there, net worth is 0. So by this, what you can conclude, whenever we are considering only plus and minus, first we are giving first priority, thereafter we are performing binary operation, that you know. So now you see, come to the ranks. Unary plus and minus are in the second rank, binary plus and minus in the fourth rank. Understand, first whenever an expression contains both unary plus minus and binary plus minus and all that, first unary plus and minus are to be considered, thereafter binary plus or minus we perform. That's why the rank is given like that. Okay. One more example regarding arithmetical operators and relational operators, I tell you. Now arithmetical operators, you see, this one plus minus, you see, its rank is 4th. Relational operators, you see, it is 6th rank and 7th rank. Okay. So arithmetical operators are first and relational operators are next. Okay. Now let us take that logic. You want to purchase a cell phone. You want to purchase a cell phone and its price is 10k. Its price is 10k. So you require 10k to purchase this phone. Now we have 6,000 rupees on hand. Then you can borrow 3,000 rupees from one friend and 2,000 rupees from another friend. These are the facts. The required amount is 10,000. You have only 2,000 and you are borrowing loan 1 3,000, loan 2 3,000. Then how you take decision whether I can purchase or not? Then how can you take decision? First you see that, first you perform the arithmetical operations. Now 6 plus 3, 9, 11. 11k is available. First you performed arithmetical operations. Thereafter 11k available amount 11k, required amount 10k. So available amount is greater than or equal to required amount. Just once again I am telling, available amount is greater than or equal to required amount. What is the result? Yes, you will purchase. You will purchase. When it will be no? Available, suppose the case is like this. The case is like this. Then available amount available amount is less than a required amount, then your decision is you cannot purchase. In this case, available amount is 9k, required amount is 10k, then you cannot purchase. No. Understand? Now let us take in which order you performed operations. First you performed arithmetical operations, thereafter relational operators like greater than or equal to, less than, like that you calculated. Now you come to that, this is binary plus minus 4th rank and relational, this is 6th rank. Understand? So that is one logic. And next one, another very interesting and all that, that is these are arithmetical operators only. Multiplication, division, modulus, 3rd rank, plus and minus 4th rank. What is the logic behind it, underlying logic behind it? Let us see. Now you see, we have to calculate the net worth of u. Now you see, you will have in city A, you will have two properties of 10 lakhs worth. Two properties of 10 lakhs worth. In B city, you have 50%, you have 50% of a property which is 10 lakhs worth. And in city C, you have 20 lakhs worth of property. 20 lakhs worth of property. These are the details. Once again, I explain to you. In city A, you have two properties of each 10 lakhs worth. And city B, we have 50% part of 10 lakhs worth of property. And in C city, you have 20 lakhs worth of property. Now, what is the net worth? And one more also I am adding. In city D, we have 20 lakhs liability. 20 lakhs liability. These are the facts. Now, how you calculate, you see. What is the net worth? Should be calculated. Now, what you are doing? First, 10 into 2, 20, multiplication you did. Thereafter, a division you did. That is half, 5. Thereafter, C plus minus, unary you are considering. Thereafter, how it is evaluated? 20 plus 5, 25 plus 20, 45 minus 20. Then 25 is the net worth. Okay. Now, if you take this transaction, how you evaluated first? You evaluated multiplication and division first. Multiplication, division first. Thereafter, you performed plus operation. Plus of 20 plus 5 plus 20, 45 minus 20. So, multiplication, division are having higher rank, and plus and minus are having inferior rank. So, what is your behavior? You can understand that. Even though all these 5 are arithmetical operators and these 3 are having higher rank and plus and minus are having lower rank. Okay. And one more, finally, I give you one more example. If you come to this assignment operator, then this is the 14th rank, means last but one rank and all that. Now, just with reference to that, why it came to the least rank, that I have to tell you. Actually, a trader is there, a provision shop owner is there. During the day, he performed 100 operations. 100 operations means he made 95 sales, 95 transactions of sales, and for 5 people he paid. For suppliers and all that he had to pay. So, from 95 people you received money by selling goods. For 5 people he paid amount. Okay. So, there are 95 plus, 95 plus, 95 plus and all that. Thereafter 5 minus are there. Okay. At the end of the day, if you evaluate that, the balance amount is 11,235. Okay. Now, we did lot of suppose all sales together, 51,235. 51,235, and for suppliers 40,000 rupees he paid. Ultimately, the residual amount is 11,000. The balance is 11,235. Then he is putting this amount into a locker, iron safe. Then when he is performing, already 100 operations are there, 95 plus operations and 5 minus operations are there. After performing all these 100 operations, one figure is arrived at, and that figure is storing in the iron safe. That is assignment. So, he is doing that. When it is executed, what is its rank? The last rank After performing these 100 operations, then he is doing this as 101st operation. Okay, that's why it is given the last rank. In this manner, you have to think. You have to think. Then, if you think in this angle, you need not by heart. It sharpens your logical power. That is very much required for every programmer who wants to become leaders and all that. Okay, here no room for by hearting. And in this context, one more important thing I have to tell you. If you start thinking like this and all that, you get new ideas. New ideas, then only you transform your skills into abilities. Already in one of the lectures I explained to you, in order to get a good employment and all that, you should have the corresponding employability. Employability means knowledge, skills and abilities. Knowledge means owning concepts. Skills means transforming knowledge into workable things. That means whatever programming knowledge you have theoretically, that you are applying in developing projects. Those are skills. Abilities. Abilities means a proficient way. That thing, that means any type of situation you can face, any type of critical issue you can resolve. That is called ability and all that. If you develop this type of logical thinking in every case, wherever it is applicable, then you can transform your skills into abilities. If you develop such abilities and all that, then your skills are called versatile. In any situation you can face, and you can stand like a real programmer. That point always you remember, and always whenever opportunity comes and all that, don't remember things by hearting or by thumb rules. Apply your logic, because these are created by human beings only, not by God. That's why there is a logic behind it. What is the logic behind it? Every time I tell you, use formula for the sake of simplicity and all that. And how the formula is generated, pi r square h is there. How pi r square is h is generated, how 2 pi r h is generated, that you have to think of. Then only that is aptitude and common sense. By that you will become the finest programmer, a proficient programmer.